going to be the most watered down version because we're just trying to soft intro people. We're trying to reel people in like a bunch of weird fish, you know, try to bait them in. So we'll see how it goes, you know.
That was a good date.
Yeah.
That was a good date. I mean,
Yeah.
allow me to reintroduce myself.
So my name is yeah, no, but I think the contrast is good.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely a different dynamic. I don't know if there's a lot of dad-daughter podcasts out there. So it's interesting, you know. And I'm like, my brain like the metabolic computation power, like I'm sweating over here, and I'm like, what can I say? What can I say? Like,
say whatever
you know, because I don't want to like say anything too crazy first episode. I need to make sure that it's like, you know, pretty calm, pretty tame, you know, but still try to make it entertaining. So I have to do like that high wire dance, man. You know, it's like, how do I make it entertaining but at the same time not like get too crazy over here? So
yeah, because
KYC.
Then you but like because you talk to different groups.
100%. Yeah, no, it's so true. We do.
So you find that group. It's just like a bunch of dudes. With, like,
but that's how many guys have daughters though?
A lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like that market is huge.
Yeah, there you go. That alone. Like,
that's a great point. That's a freaking great
that
point.
Might just be, and then you'll have like girls,
women,
right?
Yeah.
Just like
conversations you could never have with your dad. We'll have them.
Oh yeah, conversations you could never have with your dad.
We'll have them.
Yeah, right. Just when you thought it was safe to have a conversation with your dad,
it's not.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, we tried doing this. Like, we can have your off segment. And, like, oh my god.
Yeah. I think it'd be good. Yeah. Or like you could grow it to be like, what do you guys want us to talk about?
For sure.
Yeah.
Like what is an issue that you're going through with your daughter? Like what dynamic that you want us to talk about and see if, you know, we've experienced that or what our thoughts are on it, because obviously we have skin in the game because we are a dad-daughter combination, right?
25 years.
25 years of experience. So, you know,
we'll have the conversations you don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, and then also, there's that, and then it's like, you know, this is a good way to have, you know, a continuing relationship, you know, with your daughter, you know, with your dad, where it's like now we have something that we share in common. Because I'm sure there's a bunch of dad. We're talking about 3 to 5 business days.
Yep.
You know, how often do they see them? You know, do they live in different states? You know, are they just so busy they can't together? Now it's like we have this common project we're working on where it's like a 50-50 venture. And now it's like we have to see each other. We have to communicate with each other, right? And so I think it continues to further and build that bond. This is good material. We should, like, all this stuff we're doing right now, this is like grist for the mill for like our next. So then we can really go into like, you know, who our audience is, who this is going to play to, the dad-daughter conversations, you know. No, this is awesome. So we'll save this footage here, use this for our next episode, and then kind of build off of that. But that's Weezy just brought up a great point, just with that, us, like, who is our target audience? You know, because you're always like, who are you trying to talk to? Because that is who's going to be eventually that you want. So it's, I never even thought about that. I was just like, man, how can we keep the show going? Taylor's good. She's good on the mic. Neek was the one that actually brought it up to me. He was like, dude, why don't you have your daughter? She speaks very well. She presents very well. She's like, you know, I'm like, I don't know why I didn't think about it. Of course. So yeah, it's freaking great. I think there's something here. I really, really do. Oh, it was fun. You know.
Never felt like.
Yeah, for sure. Again, that's what it is. That's what it was the same thing. Just us hanging out. It was us bonding, staying in contact because, you know, everybody has their lives, man. Like I get so absorbed with my work that pretty much dominates my life, you know, between work and working out, and that's about it. And you kind of forget, you know, all the family and the friends and you know, next thing you know, a week goes by, 2 weeks goes by, months go by, and then you try to reconnect, and it's like you guys are like reintroducing yourself again, like it's the first, hey, what's been going on, versus like, you know, kind of like family. Like we're here every day, you know, or at least a couple times a week, and we're communicating, we're conversing, we're saying what's up. Yeah, be few and far between. You know, between your work and your family life, you know, it's just, it can be difficult sometimes to connect. Yeah, Harris got it right. You know, I think I just missed him on Thursday night. I think he did they had something going on at Bel Air at Durango from like 6 to 8, because me and Jordan went to dinner that night, and Jordan wanted to go to Bel Air like a little bit after 8. But I remember seeing Harris having was a real estate mixer or one of those groups that he belongs to. So shout out to Durango. I'm not a sportsbook person.
Better than like Circa?
It's kind of like a mini Circa.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's like, so they have the inside part, and I like the TVs at the bar kind of just wrap around, so like those curved TVs. But then they have an outside part, that it doesn't have the pool, but it's just like have all this seating, stadium seating, and then they have the TVs. Yet. Yeah, it's cool. Durango's cool. I mean, the restaurant we went to, I didn't remember. Sorry, Jordan. Summer House. Here's the thing. If you order some food, you go to a restaurant, sit down restaurant, and they bring like your food out within 5 minutes, it's a bad restaurant. Cause I mean, it was sitting there. It means that thing was sitting there, like waiting for them to serve. Like it wasn't. They just didn't prepare that stuff.
Oh no!
But they were charging like,
they were like
it was like I had salmon. It was like $38. Like I can get. Jing has like one of the best salmon like ever, and I can get a salmon at Jing $35 freshly made.
Shameless plug. That's
downtown Summerlin. What's up, Charlie? We just ate there Tuesday at our company dinner there. But yeah, I went Summer House. I'm just like, sucked. Sorry. Deviled eggs sucked. Yeah. And the salmon was just like, I was just like, what is this, man? Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Just picked it up from the pile of fucking salmon.
Like when they were coming out, they were just like boom, boom, boom. And Jordan was like, oh, I love this quick service. I'm like, I don't. Oh, I do make the food. Come on, man. What are you bringing to my table? Like, what is this? So but they do have the George is the sports book, the George, and then Bel Air is nice. The Bel Air is pretty nice. So that's kind of like little nightclub lounge feel, kind of like a Jing ripoff when Jing isn't serving food, but then they have like the outdoor to the pool and stuff like that, the ultra pool. So it's pretty cool. I mean, definitely not my scene. I'm not a. Yeah, I mean, we were there. Jordan's lady was work. I'm not trying to blow him up. He wasn't doing anything crazy. He was like, just go check it out, and it's just like everybody's there, like it's like ladies' night and stuff, and it's like I felt like I was in high school because the girls are all like, they're like 10 women, they all in the corner, and I'm like. What are you even here for? Yeah. Like, if it's ladies' night, right? What are you coming to this place for if you're going to stand off in the corner and close yourself off?
Because they're looking for a man to come find somebody at ladies' night.
But no, you're not, a guy's typically not going to walk up to a group of 10 women.
Yeah, but that's what they expect.
That's a difficult dance.
Yep.
We should have this conversation. Like, what's the appropriate, like, what should you do in that situation? Like, so there was 3 ladies walked in, right? And another thing, come in with ladies that are like similar to you, because here's what happened. So 3 ladies walked in. You can't be the duff. Yeah.
You can't be the duff and expect to find somebody if you go with your cute friends.
No.
Like country dance? Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, country dance. I can.
The easiest thing.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Fast, fast.
I can do quick, slow, quick, slow, and then I could do like slow, fast. I can do anything really.
Slow,
yeah.
Fast.
Yeah, I used to swing dance in Arizona, so I can 2-step, I can swing, I can waltz.
Okay, I'm like figuring out what's the connection.
That's like the easiest thing.
Okay.
Girls like guys who can dance. If you can 2-step.
2-step is real easy.
Yeah.
What if I don't dance but I make money moves?
Okay,
I'm just saying,
Cardi.
like, I think the wallet's more important than the
Cardi.
dance. But anyways, go ahead. Okay, what?
Okay, Cardi.
Oh, is that what she says?
Yeah.
I didn't know she said that.
Dance now. I make money moves.
So
gotcha.
What I'm saying is like, you get out your box, you find a girl,
You're not going to find one here, though. You're not going to find one at Stoney's.
So.
No.
Yeah, I used to hang out at Stoney's. You're not going to find
here's what happened, though. Like, so these 3 ladies came walking in. The first lady, she was like an Asian lady. Not that it matters, but she was. And she was pretty attractive. And said, hey, what's up? My name's Ron. Let me buy you a drink. And she's like, cool. But then her friends kind of came over and then they walked away, just totally stonewalled her, right?
Yeah.
And they went to like this little, I don't know, where you could get free drinks.
Yeah.
Right? So she's looking back at her. Her name was Shelly. And so she's like, she didn't know what to do. Like, she felt bad. And she's like, I should really go hang out with my friends because we kind of came here together. I say, look, I get it. Go be with your girls. But I'm like.
But see, like, you don't want friends that are going to be haters.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like in Vegas, like, you don't make a lot of good quality women friends here. They don't want to see you do better.
No, they did not want to see her succeed.
No, they would rather see you fail so they can, like, do good. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I used to be friends with girls and, like, they would, like, anything they could say to impress a man, like, they would try to do. It was crazy.
This is next week's episode.
It was crazy.
We're going to talk about this is awesome. This episode. No, I know, but like officially official. This is good.
No.
I'm glad we kept it going. No, this is a good conversation.
Because it's just hard. And like my friend Tiara made a good point. Like, you are who your friends are. And like, so if you're looking to find a man and your friends are like super self-conscious and like they don't pull, like guys aren't coming up to them, they're not going to want to see you pull a man.
No, 100%.
They're going to want you to be sad and lonely with them.
Yeah.
Like, you got to hang out with people who want the same things as you. Like, it's like when you go to work, like you're going to work with people who have the same mindset. Like you're going to start businesses with people who have the same mindset. It's the same with your friends.
Yep.
Like if your friends are haters, like if they're not confident in themselves, they're not going to be like supportive of you basically. So that's hot take. Sorry,
Goes back
ladies,
to my-
but
It goes back to why the WNBA is failing.
You know what? I can't play basketball. Screw you. I'm not
gonna
supporting
hate
your
on
league.
it.
I'm not hating
Which
your
is like
league.
totally opposite of like men. They're like, I can't play basketball, so I'm gonna watch it every
100%.
week.
Yeah, I'm gonna like
gonna
armchair
watch
quarterback
every
this
week,
thing. I'm
yeah.
gonna watch everything. No, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's such a great point as far as like the dating
Yeah.
stuff and who's hating on who. And I did have like 3 girls
Yeah.
come up to me like later in the night. They're like, "Oh my god!" Like
Yeah.
I got the Andrew Tate reference for like the millionth time.
Yeah.
They just weren't good looking, so I was like, "Thanks." And I was just like totally shut down. Jordan's like the one like, "Hey, yeah, blah blah blah,"
Yeah.
and they're like doing these pictures and stuff, and I'm just like, "I'm ready to go, dude."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm done.
No, I think dating, especially in Vegas, you have to like,
Oh my god.
it's bad. You gotta like weed through a lot of bad before you can find.
I
the
mean,
good.
because there was like, so I was talking to my boy Benji when I was leaving the gym today because we were talking about Bel Air, and he was like, "Well, how was it on Thursday night?" I'm like, "Look, the ratio was like 7-1, but I'm like quality women."
No.
I was like,
You're also not gonna find a
I was like,
quality woman.
I was like, I'm like, just say good looking women, right? I was like
Yeah.
0.7-1.
'Cause,
So it went from like 7-1 women to men ratio to like 0.7 good looking women to a men ratio.
and it's like you gotta think like any ladies' night, you're not gonna have like the best of the
The creme
bunch
de la
there.
creme.
You're not,
No.
because they're not gonna be out there. They know they don't have to work that hard.
And if you're going out on ladies' night, that means you have not been taken yet.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
you're-
like they're ready for anything. Like they're gonna take anyone who walks their way.
Yeah, I'm okay. Like I'm not that
You're
desperate.
you're
man.
not gonna find like the best of the best at any ladies' night.
I agree 100%. I'm good on ladies' night.
Mm-mm.
I'm good. Yeah, I went just to check it out, and man, not a
Yeah.
good look, dude.
No,
It's not a
thank
good
you.
look. I'm like, I'm too grown for this, man. You know, I'm just too
Mm.
grown for this whole scene, brother. Like I feel like if I meet somebody, it's gonna be.
You gotta meet somebody at like Whole Foods. Or
It's gonna be
something,
like- That's what he said. He said
You're
Whole
gonna meet
Foods or
somebody at, like-
Target.
yeah.
Yeah, he was giving me game, like, hey, I don't know how to decorate my house. Can you help me? Like,
No, literally, like something like that. Go take a yoga class or something.
No, that's
You're
why I
not
started
gonna
doing
find-
Pilates
yeah.
again, because I was doing Pilates with Holly, and she's like, "Oh, after 12 o'clock is when you need to come in here." It's like, because I go see her about 2, but that's when everybody's kind of like, they've already left, right? So she's like, "You need to come at 12." What's that?
Pilates is good too.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, just recent. Just so yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of. There was like taking classes and stuff like that. So that's what she was saying. It's like, so yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I feel like I want to meet somebody like in that type of a setting.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna be that. It's gonna be somebody I see at the gym that I ain't talked to yet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be through work, right? Something
It's not
like that.
gonna be at ladies' night.
And I don't want it to be a ladies' night.
It's not gonna be at
It
ladies'
could be
night.
it could be a referral, a friend of a friend. Well, I'm just saying. Well,
it's
no,
like a job
'cause-
referral. Are you ready to be my girlfriend? No.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Friend of a friend.
friend of
Yeah.
a friend, like you would recommend, or somebody,
Yeah.
or anybody, right?
Yeah.
Right, that knows that, like,
Yeah.
I'm newly minted single and stuff like
Right,
that.
Yeah.
right.
So-
Are you
Yeah.
I think I'm still. Well, I think after 12 years of being in a relationship, I think I'm still kind of warming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like-
Are you who you want to be in a relationship right now? That's like another thing to think about.
No, I totally am. I think who was I having this conversation with? Where it was like, they're like, where do you think you're like? Do you think where you need to be so you're ready for a relationship? I was
Yeah.
like, yeah. I was like, this isn't a knock on the relationship. It just is what it is. Last 2 years was us living apart, us seeing each other like maybe 6 hours a week, total. So it's like I've been by myself pretty much for the last 2 years, short of dinners, right? So it's like, yeah, I think I'm ready. I mean, like, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
part of the reason why I needed to hit the eject button was we weren't building. You know what I mean? I needed that. I wanted, like, yeah, I'm ready. Like, we need to be moving in. Like, we need to have this family thing going on.
Yeah.
I've known some people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to Nick about that. I was like, I think this is the best I've ever been to be from a standpoint of, because when I was 38, when I met Keisha, like, I was like none. Like, just went back to school, living at home with my mom. I wasn't making any
Daily
money,
sweat.
bro. And so, like, yeah, and then like that relationship happened, and I wasn't even looking for a relationship, and that's the way it always works. I wasn't even looking. My goal was lifetime, accounting degree, CPA. I'm off to San Diego. I really wanted to go work for the Big Four accounting firm in San Diego. And then I met her, and then it was like, oh, really dig her and stuff like that. I want to make this work. She's got 2 little kids. I always wanted kids, you know what I mean? Because after Taylor,
More kids.
I was like, it was already like kind of plug and play, add water, let's roll. I think it depends on the woman, if she, yeah, I'm open to it, depending on where she's at in life. Yeah, no, I think it would be cool because
just opened up.
Yeah, and I would be totally cool with that. If the woman was like, if I met a woman and didn't have kids, and she's like, I think yeah, what's up? I asked Taylor and said, hey, what age? She's like, Dad, do your thing.
Yeah, I think it's like, I want to know her character. Like, because I feel like you're in a place now, like financially, that you haven't been in before, No,
never been this
and
place.
I feel like living in Summerlin, you're going to find a lot of girls who see dollar signs before they see you.
They're going to see their Tom Ford.
Yeah. So I'm just like, have you ever seen Just Right with like Queen Latifah in it?
No.
Her best friend, like, straight up gold digger, like changes her whole appearance, like is faking it for like a year to get engaged to an NBA player. So I'm like, girls will do like whatever it takes to like secure the bag. So I'm like, as long as you know her character, like if she likes you before she knows like what you have, then like sure, I don't really care how old she is. Like I just want to make sure she's like good quality. Like there's this trend on TikTok where like guys will take like their daily car, so like something that's not cool, and they're like, oh, if she likes me with this, like she'll like me with the F-350 or something,
right.
like does she like you for you and not the money,
not the range on the 20 trees.
So
well, I mean, but you also have to go in it with like, what
You're gonna be your dude.
yeah,
I want someone who's a professional for sure.
Yeah.
I want someone that has like a growth mindset. I'm not here to like babysit somebody at the same, I'm here like, are you a professional? What is your 5, 10, 15, 20 year plan? Do you take, it's like we talked about that one episode of Mark. We were like those 4 boxes, like it was like your heart set, your mindset, your health set, and then like your spiritual set. Like, where are you at on those 4 things? Like, I definitely want a woman that has like some type of connection, like spiritual connection, right? It has like a north pole that she kind of like,
you have to believe in something.
Because otherwise, in this city, it'll eat you up alive, man. This is a dog eat dog city, man. I know. I lived dog eat dog for 20 years in this
Vegas
city.
cannot be the foundation of your life.
No. And then, do you take care of yourself from a fit standpoint? Obviously, we've talked about this. I don't want a bodybuilder, but I want someone that's like conscious. Like you go to the gym, you take care of yourself, because that's important to me, because that's something we can share together. Like we can go to the gym together. That's something that we both can do, right? Do you have the right heart set? Like, are you a giving person? Are you a caring person? Do you communicate? Like, is trust, is loyalty? Are these foundations important to you? Or are they not? Do you want to give back, or are you just a taker? And then just overall, just mindset, right? What's your plans? How are you going to grow? Like, how are you going to get better? Just stuff like that, because it just makes it more interesting. Otherwise, it just grows stale, and it doesn't make it fun. And so, like, when you've been with professional women, it's hard to go back. Like you can't go from eating filet mignon to eating bologna. It's like you can't do that, And so, like, 100%. I just couldn't do that. Could I go on some dates just for fun?
Yeah, but do you
like eye candy type stuff? 100%. But at the same time, I would be.
You need to date with intention.
I would
you're
be
just
more.
Wasting your time.
Yeah, I would feel more empty though.
Yeah.
Like I would come home and be like, man, I'm just that much further. It's that scene. You ever seen the movie Private? You got to watch Saving Private Ryan.
I don't know if I can do it. I don't want to cry, and you won't tell me how it ends.
It's great.
Somebody please spoil that movie.
But he says in the movie, like, every man because they're like, he's like, I just want you guys to know, like, every man I kill, I get that much further away from home, right? Like, I'm just doing this because I have to do this. This isn't like I'm looking forward to this. So I use that analogy for like dating. Like, I don't want to date girls, like you said, without intention, because every girl I date without intention or meet,
you're like,
would take me that much further away from what it is that I'm trying to do. Because I recently just stopped talking to another girl for that reason. I'm just like, she just ain't checking the boxes for me. I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
What am I doing? Like, because if I go out with her, or if I do stuff with her, like energy being diverted to her, and I don't see a future with her. No, I'd rather be at home reading a book, man, than
it's better
going
to be
out.
single and like grow as your own self and be a better person than to waste your time.
Yeah,
because you're lonely.
Yeah, that's
if
true.
you can't be alone, then you don't need to be in a relationship.
No, amen.
That hot take again.
That's a hot
take. If you
take.
can't be alone, you don't need to date. You don't need to be in a relationship.
Right. It's like saving a marriage by having a kid.
Yeah. Which, like, hello, it's not going to work.
No, it's just going to make it worse.
You're just going to ruin your kid.
Yeah. So it's like,
honestly.
Don't never act out of desperation, even though it's like, we're all human, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling Neek yesterday, I was like, you know, he's like, how are you doing in the healing process? And I'm like, during the day, I'm great. Because I'm just like full stack, right? And I'm full stack to like 7 or 8 o'clock, right? I'm doing stuff. But, you know, that 7 to 9 window, the 8 to 10 window, and you're just kind of just here. Yeah, I guess it's lonely, right? And your brain, my brain just doesn't turn off. And I'm like, man, it'd be really nice just to have somebody on the couch watching a flick with me, or just, you know, just having a conversation with. You know, that's when it hits the hardest. The weekends hit the hardest for me.
But then you have something to like look forward to. Like, yeah, I'm doing this by myself right now, but I know that like my person is out there.
That's true.
You know, you have time to like figure out hobbies, like what you like to do. Like, okay, I'm lonely right now. How do I overcome this? You know, because I feel like sometimes it's easy to be like, well, if I just like hung out with so and so, like I wouldn't be by myself.
No, that's true. And the discipline is it's like you said, you don't make a move out of being lonely.
Yeah. You can't lead with your emotions.
No. Amen. Taylor's dropping bombs, man. No, but you know, I saw this quote from Denzel where he said, you know, he's like, some things have to end in order for better things to begin. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this has to come to an end.
And sometimes it sucks. Like, sometimes you know it has to end, and that's the worst, when you know it has to end and you're still like letting it happen. You're like, but what if maybe if I just try for another week, like maybe if I do this differently, and things don't get better. Heck yeah, I am.
No, I mean, look, I was going through a journal of mine, right? Well, I was doing during COVID. It's 4 years ago. And the thoughts that I had about where our relationship was at were no different than the thoughts I had when it finally came to an end. Just at the end of December, beginning of January. It was like, what am I doing? Like, this isn't going anywhere. Like, she loves me, but she's not in love with me, right? Yep. She's not putting forth the effort, right? And I feel like I'm just an option. I feel like, you know, separate but equal, right? And I'm like, I need to pull the plug. Why am I not pulling the plug? Because I'm scared. Why am I scared? Because I don't want to be alone, you know, and I'm a man, I can fix it, right? I can fix this thing, right? Because you got an ego, right? You think you can fix everything, and, you know, I'll pull her out from the abyss. I can save her. I can save this relationship. No, dude. 4 years later, it did nothing improved no matter what. And I would have endless conversations about, like, just the same thing. Hey, you know, where are we going? Hey, I want to make improvements. Hey, I don't like being on the outside looking in. Yeah. We had these conversations. So it wasn't like we didn't have them, but that wasn't on her to pull the plug, because some people are just going to keep you there because they want their cake and eat it too.
They're comfortable. It's easy for them. Like, it's like I don't want to be alone. Well, this person's willing to stay. How long is this person willing to stay? You don't want to be that person.
I was that person.
That person sucks.
Because you get so knee deep. Yeah. I mean, you think about 4 years ago, we were 8 years into the relationship. Yeah. And I'm like, God, 8 years. Like, okay, you know, things grow stale, right? How do we revitalize that? Like, how do we make that work? We could do something, right? If the other person ain't willing, you ain't doing dick. Sorry. And it's not a knock on her. Like, you got, you know, if you love something, you have to let it go. Yeah. You got to give it time. You got to give it space. You got to just say, hey, go Rome, go do you. You know what I mean? And regardless of how I feel, you know, because it's like, if you're in a relationship, if one person's miserable, it's a horrible relationship. That's it. So, hey, wish you the best of luck, and do you, and, you know, we'll do us, you know, like, we're going to be fine. You know, another quote I saw was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to continue to get better, right? I'm going to be all right. I am all right. Life goes on, man. You know, I've already done my 10-year plan of what I wanted to do, you know. And part of my 10-year plan, which I texted Taylor because I told her last week, but I drafted this out like about, you know, 6 weeks ago, or whenever our original OTMS came to an end. And, you know, number 3 on the list was, you know, I'm going to revitalize OTMS. You know, I need to bring a new partner on. And it was like, Taylor. And I was there, and it was like just a part of the thing that I wanted to do, because this is very therapeutic. But this is something, when I first met you, when we reconnected in 2018, I've been trying to do this. This is like a labor of love for me. So it's like, I'm like the WNBA players who are like, they're playing for peanuts. I'm doing this for nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I just love doing it. I think it's fun. You know? And I get to do it with my daughter, which is even better now. You know, and I think we have at least a minimal viable product based on what you were talking about. Just our potential target audience is freaking huge. But here's the thing: is it's also niche. It's niche, right?
And you can reverse it too, daughter.
Yeah, it's like they say, like, so in the medical field, the ones who make the most money are the niche doctors. It's not your general practitioners. It's your neurologists, right? It's those doctors who have that keen specialty, right? It's your OBGYNs. Those are the ones that make just a grip of money, right? So now, like, our OTMS was like, we thought our target audience was what, maybe 18 to 40 males.
So broad, though.
Yeah,
so
where
many
it was like,
podcasts,
but what kind of males, we didn't know. I mean, that was what we were trying to go for, right? We were like, we're a combination like, Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, kind of got a sprinkle of Tim Ferriss based on knowledge. We were just a little bit. This is totally different. Totally different. And the target, just the niche aspect of it is really exciting to me.
I feel like it's just good because I feel like we don't really have anything like our Disneyland trips is like our thing.
Yeah.
But besides that, we don't really have like a thing.
No, we don't. This will be it. We do our movies. We have similar in movies and stuff like that. But no, we don't.
We don't have like a thing.
Yeah, this would be our thing, which is good for me because I don't have a bond with my mom. Like, it's very difficult for me to tell my mom I love her. I tell her I love her all the time, but it's not like
you tell her because you have to.
Yeah, it's not because I just didn't have that relationship with a very hard person because she had to be hard
to get through it.
So I would never judge her because I don't know how I would be if I was put in her shoes.
Yeah,
I'd probably be worse.
Kids.
So, but I wanted to make sure that at least I have some type of relationship.
Yeah, and I feel like our relationship has been like good, but like it's definitely not deep.
No, it's like what they say, it's like a mile wide, inch deep.
Yeah.
It's like a mile wide, inch deep, and now it's gonna get probably not as wide, but there's gonna be more breadth and depth to it, which is this is great, like all the way around 360. This is an awesome.
This is just for us to get to know each other.
Yeah. If there is, not a lot. I can't imagine a lot of dad and daughters just sitting around doing like a podcast. How many guys want to do it? Yeah. I'm excited. This went well. Conversation. And it was fun.
Good stuff.
We got more content for the next couple of weeks. I think it'll resonate with people. Yeah, no, I mean that off the camera. Like, I'm glad you kept it rolling because that was like a really good conversation. It was. We got a half hour of like production, and then we got a half hour just kind of like behind the scenes talking. So yeah, we could do release both. Like, here's the production part. Here's
now you turn on the AC.
It was hot when I first got here. The AC was not